everything that went down tonight at the disastrous MLB Speedway Classic.
The Speedway Classic, it was a disaster class, but it was pure comedy. For the fans just getting the middle finger from MLB. The same fans talk about, oh, NASCAR need help filling up the seats. Which they did fill up the seats alright, but what MLB did to those fans, they just gave them the worst experience possible. I actually considered going to this event, but the cheap seats were $95. Yeah, that's how much the cheap seats cost. They were still selling tickets. Whereas NASCAR in its heyday, for a regular old race, who had Bristol sold out like that. I can't explain that. I can't explain how I feel. I'm used to this being this mad at an organization like NASCAR, because I'm used to it from NASCAR. NASCAR has done everything to tick off the old school fans and brought them to the dance. Now, just seeing it from MLB is just weird. As you can see, I'm a wrestling fan too, so I'm experiencing from both WWE plus other, you can say AEW too, but also from NASCAR. So experience a double whammy for me. I'm both getting the middle finger, and from MLB tonight. And I'm just a glutton for punishment, I guess. Oh boy. Oh boy, nothing can describe what disaster class that was. They were better off canceling the game. Just shifted from Bristol to Daytona, because at least at Daytona, you have everything set up in place, including the high rise. They call it the Daytona Rise, which I've been there twice. It's a nice stadium, nice racetrack. Been there for two 500s and a firecracker 400. Nice racetrack to pull off that. At least the fans won't be seeing the game from a long distance. At least they have a ball field that you can actually play baseball in. Of course, you have to restrict it a little bit. At least the balls are going to be flowing into the grandstands for home runs, like at Bristol. Whoever thought of this idea, they were obviously on something, and they didn't plan. And you can tell that normal people operate this entire event. They have never ever worked with Bristol Motor Speedway before. Not even NASCAR didn't pull off that stunt ever with Bristol, because they know that's one of their major attractions. Besides Daytona, Atlanta, where we call Atlanta nowadays. Hell, with Daytona, you can at least have next. It's basically like Truist Park, the Battery. That's what Daytona has. Not as big as the Battery, not as does have get a lot of people, but it fills up on race day, especially for the third race of the season. You can have that. You have of course the buses, of course the parking. It's not near Daytona International Speedway, but you at least have something that makes it look good on TV. This was pure disaster class from top to bottom. I don't know what the hell Rob Mather was thinking. But it looked good on paper, looked good, everything, but just had to look at the dang radar. That's all he had to do was look at the radar. It looked like maybe we can criticize it later on with the view of the seats and everything else. And maybe you could tweak it a little bit by moving to Daytona. Now it's in danger of never ever doing it again. Congrats, Rob Manford. Congratulations, you damn dingus. And just know, folks, 2027, there will be a lockout guaranteed. Oh, crap, I need to charge my phone. Guaranteed. There'll be a lockout at 2027. That's the end of my rant. I hope you guys stayed around. Maybe not, it doesn't matter. So, good night, everybody.